Hello, dearest friends, and welcome back to the second part of the trading business plan. Now, some time ago, I talked about the necessity of having a trading business plan and to treat your trading experience just like a business. And a business necessitates a business plan to start with. So we will be looking today at the first item of that trading business plan. But before, let's try to answer the following question, or at least you try to answer this question. Why do you trade? Now, I've already asked this question hundreds of people, and the answer most of the time, I don't say always, but most of the time, is the following: money, which appears to be legitimate, and it is to some extent legitimate. People are trading to make money. Dollars, euros, whatever currency. They want money because they want to do something with money. So they trade for money, obviously, right? Now, let us dig deeper into this concept of money. Is it a good idea to trade for money? Well, you would tell me, well, of course, this is a stupid question. Why am I trading? I'm trading for money, so why are you asking me, is it a good idea? Well, I would say no, it's not a good idea. Not that you are spending on money, but it's not a good idea to have money as a main objective or as an objective. It should not appear as an objective at all, or as it should not appear in your mission statement at all. It might appear in some sub-objectives, but not in your mission statement. Why? Why is it not a good idea to make money or dollar bills as your main objective? Well, the answer here again is somewhat simple, but it is so simple that it's not easy to actually understand. It's ego. Now, what is ego? Now, ego, it can be a complicated concept, but we know more or less what ego is. It's our spirit, it's our personality, whatever, right? It's a set of conditioning, set of programs that actually are running my personality, right? So I have some personal specific traits that are specific to me that I either inherited from my family or that I was able to build throughout my life, or whatever way that I have, that I'm still working on, that I'm improving, that whatever. Some parts of the ego are actually hidden, and most parts, or the biggest part of the ego is actually hidden. So we understand very little about what affects the ego and what is part of the ego. So why is the ego a problem? The ego is impacted by so many things. Not that there is anything wrong with the ego in a concrete sense, because the ego is what runs our personality. So what I would rephrase that question: what's wrong with involving the ego in my objective? Well, the ego is about survival. Now, we have genes that go back millions of years, and the main thing in our lives is everything we do is around survival. We try to make money to survive. We have fears because we're trying to survive. We become greedy because we're trying to survive, etc. So it is a fear of survival that actually affects. That's where the ego is built around, the survival concept, right? We have fears, we are greedy because we want to survive, we had a need for revenge, we want to prove things, and that actually create a lot of resistance. So any objective that is ego-oriented, not that it will not be achieved, but it will not achieved properly and sustainably. So if, let's say, I'm doing something because I want to have a lot of cash, there is no way that the ego is not involved. Why do I want the cash? The cash is just a tool. I want cash because I want to show off, because I'm afraid, because I want to get back to somebody, because I have some bad memories. I want to prove to Mr. X that I'm worth it, etc. So they're all ego-oriented. So they will create a lot of resistance. And even if you make money, it will not be sustainable. Or even if you make money, it will come with other problems. All right? So the idea here is that you have to think about something that is not, or that is not ego-oriented, or that does not involve the ego that much. And money involves ego big times. Of course, emotions are also part of it. All right? So let's talk about the concept of a mission statement. The very first item of your trading business plan should be a mission statement. Now let's define a mission statement. What is it really? A mission statement is a short statement of why an organization exists and its overall goal. So your trading experience should be considered like a business, and you should ask yourself, why does this business exist? And what is the overall goal? Now, when I'm saying the overall goal, I'm not talking about specific small goals, like I want to achieve 10% return or 20% return, or I want to go tomorrow to this place, or I want to buy. No, a mission system is a sort of goal that is ongoing, that is never completely fully fulfilled, that is partially fulfilled every day, right? That's what we mean by mission statement. Now, this is a Wikipedia definition. Now, let's come up with some theorems here, or some kind of rules. The more personal a mission statement is, the less likely you are to reach sustainably your main goal. In other words, if you put a mission statement that is about me, I want money, I want an airplane, I want a Lamborghini, etc. I want to be strong, I want to be this and that. Well, you might reach it partially, but it will not come with happiness in a way. It will not come sustainably. You might make some cash, but that cash will be temporary. It will not be based on strong basis. So you might lose it, might come with health problems, might come with anything that you actually label as negative, right? Now, the inverse of that, or similarly, and this is what we're seeking here, is that the less personal a mission statement, the more likely you are to reach sustainably your main goal. So if you have a mission statement that is not about me, or that is partially just a little bit about me, but mostly about an external environment, about a valid objective, valid reason, the more likely it will be sustainably rich. What I mean by sustainably rich, it means it will come in strong foundation. Why? Because it would not involve a lot of your ego. It will not involve a lot of resistance. It will make you happier. It will make you less afraid, less greedy, etc. All right? So let us remember this rule. This is the main rule that I would say is about this presentation, is that the less personal a mission statement is, the more likely you are to reach sustainably your main goal. Now let's look at some examples so you can understand. What do I mean by a personal mission statement? I don't want to have personal goals, personal mission statements. A personal mission statement is, oh, I want to be rich. I want to be a millionaire. I want to make money. I want to make a lot of money. I want to swim in cash. I want to buy a Lamborghini. I want to prove to others, maybe my friend or my father or my mother or my cousin or whatever, that I am a strong person, that I am somebody, that I am not a nobody. I want to get back to society. Whatever. So these mission statements are a very personal. And they will affect your trading experience, because you will go trading with a mentality of revenge, that you want to get back to whatever. And that's going to hurt you without ever noticing it. You will blame it on the market, you will blame it on your strategy, whatever. But you will never understand that it's actually your personal mission statements that is affecting your trading experience. In some instances, of course. All right? So be careful. Now, what will be an example of a valid mission statement? Well, I want to serve my family. I want to improve their everyday life. I want to finance the education of my kids or somebody else. I want to have a comfortable retirement so that I get to travel with my family, with my wife. I get to do good, get into charity, invest in green companies or whatever philosophy that actually makes me happy or makes me fulfilled. So you wanna have this kind of impersonal mission statements. As you may notice here that it says personal here, but what I mean is impersonal. Okay? So remember, the main rule is that the less or the more impersonal a mission statement is, the more likely it will be sustainably fulfilled, and the more likely I will be happier, and the less likely my ego, which involves survival, resistance, etc., will be involved. Fear, greed, etc. Those primitive instinctive survival feelings and emotions. So to conclude, number one, money is just a tool. Now, of course, money will come your way if you reach your impersonal objectives. Okay? It will come your way. Maybe a lot of it, maybe a little bit of it. But remember, it's just a tool. It's useless to go after money. You have to go after impersonal goals. If, let's say, I want to make my family happier, I want to finance my kids' education, well, then money will come my way through trading or any other type of business, and I will see money. But hell with money. It's not about money. It's about impersonal goals or an impersonal mission statement. All right? So this is the main idea that I want to share with you, and it's valid for trading and valid for everything you do in life. Any type of business or any type of enterprise you get in. Thank you very much. I wish you well, and I will come back later with some other important aspects of your trading business plan. Have a good one.